Good morning, everybody. I've got a terrible glare coming in my front window here, so I apologize for that. It'll be better when I turn the camera down. But I want to welcome you to my Facebook Live. I am Debbie Foster, and I am creating cards with Debbie. I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today is March 9th, 2022. So I'm going to give a moment for everybody to get here. Let me bring my iPad up so I can watch comments. And I need to mute it. Get to my page, creating cards with Debbie. Here we are. Okay, be sure to say hello when you come on. And if you're not in Arkansas, let us know where you are. It's kind of fun to see where everybody's coming in from. We've got a beautiful sunshiny day today. It's supposed to be 60, I think, today. But we've got a cold spell coming in Friday, possible snow. And we got a hard freeze Friday night, I think, it's just Saturday morning. But that's enough of the weather report. I'm just going to give a moment for everybody to get here. I may have came on a little bit early. And again, I apologize for the sun glare. I'm going to have to shut my curtains, I guess, for next time. Hi, Sharon. Glad you're here. Are you able to watch all day, or you're going to have to watch the replay again? You maybe have appointments going on. Okay. I'm just waiting for everybody to get here. Be sure you all say hello when you come on. And I'll swipe my comments so I can see. Maybe nobody's saying anything yet. Okay. Hi, Alice. Glad you're able to make it. Did you get your Easter cards done? I hadn't even thought about those. I maybe should. It's going to be here before we know it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn y'all down here. If you get motion sickness or anything, just close your eyes. I will be doing a lot of turning and moving. So hold on just a second. Hopefully this goes well. Okay, good, Sharon. Oh, you're still working on it, Alice? I'm going to have to take it out of my folder here. This stand has got such a tight grip on the phone that it's hard to get it with arthritis in my fingers. There we go. Let me turn it around. I don't want to look at the ceiling. Alright, and I think we can zoom it just a tiny bit. Oops, there I dropped it off the thing again. Good grief. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get a better setup here. Well, it came right off of my stand. Let me tighten that up a little tighter. Alright, let's try this again. I'll try not to move it too much to do the same thing again. I need to get a better setup. Alright, if my iPad would catch up here so I could see what we're doing. I think that looks good. We're going to leave as is. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well today. Let me get my lighting all situated. And we're going to do 3 cards today. I wasn't really prepared. I had to, last minute this morning, figure out what I was doing. So hopefully it comes together okay. I never know. Okay, like I said, I'm creating cards with Debbie. You can shop in my store at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And if you need to email me, my email address is creatingwithdebbie179@gmail.com. And here's my blog address. You can go to that, and you can get all the instructions for all the cards that we do. I probably won't get my blog up until maybe this afternoon. And then I'll be putting this video on YouTube also. And if you want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, here's the address to sign up for. And if you want to join my team, this is the website that you go to. And that's also in the description of the video here. And if you want to shop with me, if your order is under $150, use this host code, which is ZFEEN2AS. So that's the host code that you put in there. So we're going to set that aside, and we'll go over some housekeeping notes here. Stampin' Up! Has a kits collection that you can get, and you just go in my store, and then on the side column, there's a column that says kits. You just click on that, and it'll bring up all the kits that you're able to order. But I showed you last week the Celebrate Today magnet board that I made, and it's really cute. I still need to add more to mine. It's not quite finished here, I don't think. And you can change it out whenever you want to too. So it includes one frame magnet board, includes sticker sheets, double-sided cards, and double-sided paper to decorate with. It includes 6 magnet clips and 2 pocket envelopes to attach things to the board. The finished magnet board size is 12 by 12, so it's a good size. So, I'm looking for the number. The item number is 159335, and that's $25, and you get everything with it, so it's all inclusive. Alright, we'll put those aside. And Paper Pumpkin is Beyond the Horizon this month. And you have until the 10th of March, so that's tomorrow already to sign up for that. And with this kit, it's their anniversary kit, and you'll get an extra stamp set along with that. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm not going to go over all that. I've got some other news here I got to go over. And then we have the Waves of the Ocean, which is a new collection, and this is going to run until May 2nd, or while supplies last. And the suite is on back order right now, but it's going to be back in on the 21st of March, where you can get everything. And I know the bundle is also not available right now until the 21st. So with our shipping issues going on and everything in the world, it's kind of slowed up some of our merchandise a little bit, so we just got to be patient and go with the flow. But it comes with the suite. You can get the bundle, the paper, the blue foils, and the basic rhinestones that are very pretty. We're going to be using those today too, so I'll give you a little teaser on it. Okay. And then during March, Stampin' Up! Is running a promotion that says Savings Are in Bloom. And which that is, you can get 20% off of our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I want to make sure that's in the camera view. This is really handy to have on your desk and everything. I think it's like, I'm going to measure the plates on here and so you can get an idea. So you could run plates or dies that are about 3 3/4 inches wide in there. And it also, the smaller embossing folders will fit in there. So, like I said, that's 20% off too this month, and you can get it for $48 instead of the regular price of $60. And then there's also, I think there's 13 bundles that are in that promotion, and all the dies in these bundles will all fit into the mini machine. So we've got 13 stamp set bundles where you get 20% off. So I have never seen Stampin' Up run a promotion where their machines have been discounted, so you might want to jump on that if you're in need for an embossing or a die cutting machine. And then we've got the All Together bundle paper and the blends available. And these run until May 2nd also. And we have a couple of the real light blends, the 1 and 2, which is the light. And those aren't available until April 14th. They sold out, so we're waiting for more to come in. So, but the other ones are available. All right, so I think that's all the news I have to go over this morning. So let's go ahead and get right into the cards here. I'm just trying to decide which one to start with. I know we've got all the situation going on in Ukraine and Russia right now. And Ukraine is known for sunflowers. So we're going to be doing a sunflower card today, kind of to keep them in our prayers and our thoughts and everything. So let's go ahead and get started with that. It says, thinking of you, know that you are loved. And, well, I guess that goes to sidebar. Gotta use them. Alright, we're going to start out with our thick basic white cardstock. And that's going to measure 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And it's scored in the middle. Did I score it? No, I didn't score it. Huh. I better score that. I must have not have been thinking that day. So we're going to bring in our paper trimmer. And we're going to score that at 5 1/2 inches. And put a good crease in there. Set that back over there. And we'll bring out our bone folder. My lighting is kind of bad here. I'm getting reflections. I think I got to work on my setup before next week and get something else done with it. With the lighting and the rack that holds my phone needs to have something different done. That's the second time I've dropped my phone trying to do a live. Okay, so we're going to bring out all of our stuff here and get started. Oops. Okay, so we've got our card base, and then our designer series paper, which comes from, what did that come from? The hand pen designer series paper, which is this one here we're using. Ouch. And that measures 4 1/8 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And then we've got a white, basic white that we've already embossed using the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. And that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So that's going to be glued to our designer series paper. But first we're going to do some die cutting with our on sale machine. And we're going to cut out that sunflower in the middle. Oh, and I should have stamped the leaves first, but I didn't. But we're going to hope for the best here. Get my plates over here. And my plates are dirty. I need to wash them. So this barely fits in there, but we're going to make it work. Well, maybe it doesn't fit in there. Well, we're going to. I guess that won't fit in there. I'm going to have to use my big machine. So I'm just going to walk over there and use the bigger one because I don't want to hold you up here and have to bring it over here and everything. But I'll show you what I'm going to do. The dies that come with the, I didn't show the stamps that we're using. We're using the Celebrate Sunflowers, this one here. And we're using the sunflower dies, and we're going to use this flower one, and I've got some washi tape on there to hold it in place. But let me go run that through the big machine, and I'll be right back. It'll just take me a minute or so. Cracking's normal. It's just our blades are cutting through. Alright, so here we have that. Oh, I need to plug my phone in so it doesn't die on me. I meant to do that first. There we go. Hi, Nicole. Nikki. Yes, please go ahead and share the video, like it and share it. Facebook likes that, and if you're watching it on YouTube, be sure you do the same there. And hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when we get new videos uploaded. Okay, so here we go with that. And I should have done that before, but I didn't do it. So here's all of our bits and pieces, and those are just going to come out really easy. I love these new machines. They cut really well, and it looks like it might not have cut that too well there. Make a liar out of me. I think it might have slipped on me. Let me see if I can match this up and go run it through again. I apologize. I should have had this done way before. Yeah. Something different here. Well, we're starting out really good here. Let's see if I need a piece of cardstock. Let's try this again. I sure brought it over there to you. If anybody needs to take a little break, you got a minute or so here if you'd like. I'll be right back. Okay, I took care of that. Fix it, turn it around. Why it's not cutting all the way through. Now I think we got it. Pieces of paper all over my floor, but that's okay. Alright, there's that. I'm just knocking all those pieces out. And I'll take your pick tool and pop off the rest of those that didn't. Has anybody got any big plans for today? Okay, and then I've got these little holes here I need to pop out in the center. And I'm using the take your pick tool. That's what I'm using, to use the pokey end to poke these pieces out. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to run my finger on the back side to brush all those off. And we'll clean up all of our bits and pieces here. Alright, so we got that done. So I'm going to take our ribbon and cord it up with the ribbon. Well, goodness. Didn't I have it out here? Oh, right there in front of me. Could have bit me. Alright, I'm using the ribbon, which is the gingham bumblebee ribbon. And we're just going to put a small strip at the bottom. And then I'm going to take some Scotch tape and attach that on the back side, which I have my tape right over here. Oh goodness, Alice. Yeah, we're supposed to have snow Friday. I don't know, it just seems late in the year. We shouldn't be getting that kind of weather, but I guess Mother Nature had better plans for it all. We don't normally get snow, so it's kind of a surprise thing. Alright, so we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to attach this to that. And I'm using my Tombow glue. Just run some glue on the back side here. And we're going to place that centered. I'm going to decide which way I want these going. I think I want them going this way. We're just going to have a small, tiny border going around it. If anybody has any suggestions of what kind of cards they would like me to use, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I do have a pretty good selection that I can go with. So, oh, and I wanted to mention before I forget, we have our new annual catalog is going to be coming out, I think it's May 3rd. And all of our in colors that were from 2020 to 2022 are going to be retiring. And that's the Cinnamon Solder, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, and Misty Moonlight. So if you're in need of wanting the stamp sets or any of the, like the re-inkers, the cardstock, some of the gems will all be retiring. So you want to get your order in to get stock up on those if you need. And the sooner the better, because once they're gone, and they've been going pretty fast. They had to put one of the colors on back order they're waiting on. I think it's going to be in, not sure if it was in the end of this month or sometime in April. But as far as I know, it was only one that was not in. So, okay, so we're going to match up our sunflower here. like this. But first we're going to stamp the leaves. And I'm using Granny Apple Green. Ah, goodness, just got it on my shirt. Okay, spray and wash to the rescue later today. Alright, so we're going to put our leaves onto the white section, the embossed section. And maybe another one right down here. Okay. I should have done that before I embossed it, but it turned out okay, so we're fine. Now we're going to glue to our, what did I do with my silicone mat? It's right here. I put a dab of glue on my silicone mat. Put the lid back on this for a bit. And I have a little sponge that I've cut, and I put a little clippy on it. Stampin' Up! No longer sells the sponges, but you could use a sponge dauber or anything to apply the glue. So we're going to turn this over, and we're just going to dab, dab, dab. Okay. So now we got to match that up again. Well, I had it all situated and then I moved it, so now I've got to find where it goes again. And I think it might be right here. Yes. I'm kind of looking for the curved one. Let's see. Well, it's not quite lining up. It got moved on me. Okay. We're going to set that aside. And now we're going to come in with our sentiment. And I've got a little strip that is probably like a half. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch by 2 inches. That's our basic weight. And then I've got a piece of the Designer Series paper that measures 3/4 inches by about 2 1/8 inches. And we're just going to stamp our sentiment on there. And did I not get that one out? I don't think I got that one out. I didn't. So we're going to get that out. And I'm using the sentiment Thinking of You. It comes from The Quiet Meadow. And I don't know if that's going to fit on there. I might get a bigger piece. So it's awful small. I don't know. Let me try it. I might have cut it wrong. Excuse my head. Okay, it fits. Okay. Didn't look like it was going to. And we'll place that onto our Designer Series paper with our glue. And then we're going to place that. I need to trim that a little bit. Where'd my scissors go? Oh goodness. Why am I losing things? Alright, scissors, where'd I put you? No. I didn't drop them. There they are. I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I want it to fit underneath the ribbon. So we're just going to have a small border on the bottom and on the top. Because I want it to be able to fit here. I should have put the ribbon up a little farther. And we're going to attach that using our glue. I think I've got dropsies today for some reason. I could have put it at the top. No. Well, I kind of like it at the top better. Let's do that. He says I can't change my mind. Okay, so we're going to glue this to the front of our card. This is the other side of that designer series paper. Very pretty. It's called hand pinned. And we're going to leave a small border going around. Alright, and then I also die cut the little center. And I used that same paper, which had little dots on it. And I'm going to place that on a dimensional. And place that right in the center of our flower. Okay. And for a little bit of bling, we're going to be using the Genial Gems. And I'm going to go with the green. Cookie, you got to behave yourself. Just drop my die in the trash can. We don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take your pick tool and I'm going to pop off some of these gems. And I think we might put these down at the bottom. I'm doing the opposite of the other one. And one more. We always do odd numbers. Be right there. It looks like I might have put my sentiment a little crooked. There we go. I was able to move it. It's one thing about the Tombow, it gives you time to wiggle things around if you need to. And those are the Genial Gems that we used. So let's work on the inside. I have a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock, and that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then we have another basic white that measures 3 3/4 inches by 5. And those are going to go on the inside of our card. So let's get our sentiment here, and we'll stamp that. It says, "Know that you are loved." We're going to stamp that right in the center. Oh goodness, I think she sees a squirrel out there. We forgot to shut the blinds. And I'm going to use my black Memento ink to stamp the little sunflower on the inside of our card. And we're just going to stamp that right down in the left-hand corner of that. Oh, that was inked up really good. Alright, I want to let that dry just a second before we start using our blends because it'll smear. I think next week we're going to be working on a card and doing some embossing, heat embossing. So if you've never seen that done and want to learn how, be sure that you come on next week with me. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that while I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit more. Oops, squished it too much. I'll get this right here. Okay. Now I'm going to come with my blends. And I'm using Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green. And I always start out with the darker color to kind of give some shading first. And all I'm doing is just kind of scribbling. I'm not even following anything. Because with the blends, it makes you look like you're an artist, and it all comes together good. Makes you look good. And thank you, Alice. And yeah, I love embossing too. I just don't do enough of it anymore. I've kind of gotten away from it, so I need to start getting back with it again. So I thought next week would be a good time to do that. All right. Oh, I forgot to get the crumb cake to do the center of the flower. I'll just have to grab that in a moment here. Okay. I think she looks okay. Let's do the leaf. We can start with the dark. Okay. There. Well, that looks pretty good if I say so myself. And then I want my crumb cake to do the center. We're going to do the dark crumb cake here. I just had to grab that out of my holder. And the Stampin' blends are alcohol based, so you need to use your Memento ink to use them. And I always get confused if I should use StazOn or do I use Memento, but with the alcohol based you want the Memento, and with the water based inks then you use the StazOn. So I think I finally got it figured out so I don't forget all the time. I always have to stop and think. Okay, so we're going to add this to the inside of our card. You can probably hear my dishwasher running in the background. We forgot to start it up last night. I had Jack load the dishwasher, but I guess he didn't start it, so I've got it running now. Okay, so there's our card, thinking of you. Oops, I forgot the bow. We gotta attach a bow there. Glue dot. Take your pick tool to pop one of those off. And I'm kind of going to squish it to make it kind of oblong. And let me see where I want this at. I think probably right. It looks like a good spot right there. I'll put it kind of in the center. And I've already tied a bow ahead of time, so you don't have to watch me struggling with that. There we go. So you could add some wink of Stella if you'd like to, but I didn't. So thinking of you, know that you are loved. Okay, let's get on to our next card. Okay. I gotta move some things around here. Put that down in there so I don't lose it. We're going to be doing the Sweet as a Peach. And Make some room here. I'll save that for another time. Okay. I think I've got everything done ahead of time on this, so we can just kind of put it together. So here's the card. Oh, Miss Cookie, need to behave. Instructions. Okay, I've used the embossing folder. It's one of those small ones. It's called Checks and Dots. And I've already embossed that, but our card base is going to be, where's my instructions at? Oh, got them covered up. It's a fun fold that we're doing, and our card base is Calypso Coral. It was at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. But then I die cut the edge of it using this die here, which comes from Basic Borders dies. So I die cut that, and then I also die cut the white one after I embossed it. Oh, and we didn't even emboss this one yet, so we're going to do that here. I should have brought my magnet board over here to hold these dies so I don't lose them. So we're going to go ahead and we'll emboss this one. And I'm thinking I gotta change plates. Let me look at them a minute. Yeah. So we're going to use number 4 plate. So we're going to take out that one. And where did I, there it is. It was blending in. Now we're going to go ahead and emboss this. See, these small embossing folders fit right into the small machine, so that's really cool. And I may have to turn this because I'm right-handed. Well, I'm doing something wrong here. Let me see again. A 1 and a 4. Okay, only need 1 plate. We'll take that one out. So it's just a number 4 and a number 2 plate. Oh, no, that's not right. Well, what is going on? Oh, that's the 3D one, that's why. I probably was right using this one. Yeah. So it's a number 3 and a 1. Okay, now we've got it right. It's the number 3 and number 2 plate. That still isn't right. 1. Well, did it? Maybe it just felt like it didn't. No, it didn't. Now let me try with 2 plates and see what that does. No. Oh, what is going on here? This is for... I'm going to try it this way. Goodness gracious. Use within dies. 3D. It's not a 3D, it's a regular. 1 and a 3. Oh. Okay, I see. We're going to use the number 1 and number 3. That's where I had it wrong. Well, that's different than the big machine then. Let's try this then. Oh yeah, that works. Read the instructions, Deb. You know I don't like to read instructions. Okay, so that's better. There, we got it. And I think that's all. Well, I'll be using this again in a moment. Ooh, we might have only time for 2 cards today. I'm going to have to keep our third one for next week. Okay, so this layer is going to go on top of our card front flap. Get the plates out of the way here. And we've got our designer series paper that comes from the Sweet as a Peach designer series paper. It says, well, you're a peach designer series paper. And we're using the stripe right here. And we're going to glue that on the inside of our card. And that's what she was barking about, her daddy's home. Okay. Cookie is really a daddy's girl. I don't know. She's gotten so spoilt rotten anymore. Must come with her age. She's so possessive of him. Okay, and I want to use my bone folder to get a good edge on my card. Right. And now we're going to take our ribbon, which is where I'm using the woven ribbon, pale papaya and white, and that's what it looks like. And we're just going to wrap that around the top edge of our embossed layer here. And I'm going to bring in my tape again. Grab 2 pieces of tape off of there. And I'm going to put it at the upper edge. And turn it over and attach it. And I see a hair. Is that my hair? What is that? Looked like it was my hair, maybe a gray one. Okay, we're going to get that as even as we can. And attach that. And grab our paper snips. And trim that off. So that it looks like this. And then we're going to glue that to the flap. Oopsie. And I'll leave a small edge going around it. Alright, so we're going to set that aside for a moment because we're going to work on our peaches. I've got a piece of scrapped basic white. And okay. And the inks that we're using are going to be Calypso Coral, Mango Melody, and Pear Pizzazz. See if I could drop these on my shirt. And close up the glue for a moment. And our sentiment. Hope your day is as... And then it continues on the inside. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I need to get my piercing mat to stamp on because we're using photopolymer. And I'm going to use the Calypso Coral to stamp our sentiment with. Just making sure it's stamping okay. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to try to get in the center of this little tiny piece. And this is die cut using... Is there a die in there? Yeah, but I don't know where it went. Okay, we got that. I think the die was in here. Yeah, there it is. Using the peach dies, and there's a little tiny banner in there that we're using. And I think I'm missing something. I don't know where it went. Okay. I'm supposed to have... goodness gracious. I don't think I have any out here. Let me grab a scrap of Calypso Coral because we got to die cut another little banner. I thought I had one in there, but I've lost it. Just being so tiny, it's easy to lose. So don't throw away your little scraps that you have left over, because situations like this you can use the little pieces to die cut things that you need to do. So we're going to put that aside because we're going to be running our little mini boss, our baby boss. Okay, so we're going to start out with Mango Melody. We're going to stamp our peach. But we're going to add a little color to that, so we're going to use our sponge dauber. And we're just going to go in there and add just a little bit to the center for a little bit of shading. And then we're going to huff on it to moisten the ink again. I gotta get my mat back over here. And there we go. And then we're going to clean that off and do it again. We're going to do this 3 times. I've got my Simply Chamois to wash my stamps off with. Love this thing. I can't live without it. It's constantly being used. And we'll do the Mango Melody again. And we'll do the sponge dauber with the Calypso Coral. And we'll do the same thing. Just to add a little bit of dimension to it. Alright, so it gives it kind of a color variation instead of just all one color. I like that. And one more time, we need 3 peaches. Okay, puff it again. And I think I need some more scrap paper here to do the leaves with. And did I have a sheet in there? Maybe I didn't. And I got some over here I can use. Another time I got all things of it sitting around. That'll work. So we're going to stamp 3 leaves to go along with our peaches. And I'm using the Pear Pizzazz. So we've got die cuts for all of these, so no fussy cutting today on this anyway. We've gotten so spoilt with the dies that we've gotten lazy and don't want to fussy cut that often if we don't have to. Alright, I'm going to close up my ink pads for just a moment because I'm going to bring out our baby boss again and put her to work and die cut these. Alright. We'll set our mat aside, bring out our baby boss, and don't lose my sentiment there. Now remember, this is on sale for $48 during the month of March, so if you don't have one, you might want to get one. Okay, so which one was I using? This one, and this one, and this one. I hope I got the right plate. Being I switched them out a minute ago, I'll probably confuse myself. Alright, so we're going to grab our peaches and our peach dies. And just right here at the bottom. And we're going to run that through our baby boss. Make sure I've got it centered on my peach where I want it. And 2 more of those. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just do the 2 cards today. And we'll save the 3rd one for next week, I guess. I didn't realize that I was running short on time. But bear with me, we'll get this one done. Because it is a cute card. And I think this is one of the stamp sets on the 20% off too, the bundle. I'm pretty sure. I have to look and see, but I'm thinking it is. I'll tell you here in a minute. Oopsie. How did you determine to use that sentiment here? Oops, and it moved on me. You can also use washi tape to hold your die in place, but I'm just being too lazy today. Oh, then it did move. Maybe I better. We're going to go with it. It might have moved just a tiny bit, but that's okay. We'll just have a larger white area around it. Yeah, that looks okay. Alright, so we're going to put those aside. We're going to do our leaves. And bring our leaves over here. And I think I can run the banner through there too at the same time. Yeah. It moved on me. Maybe I ought to use washi tape. I usually have some on my light. Today I didn't. I thought I just seen it here. Yes, Renee, all the metal dies can be used in both machines. If it fits, you can use it. So, I don't know what I did about washi tape. We're just going to have to bear with this a minute. There we go. Maybe. Oh, goodness. It's shifted on me again. Well, I'm just having all kinds of situations today. We're making it real. Alright, doesn't want to stay in place. Where is my washi tape? There it is. I'm going to make sure this puppy does not move. If I can find the end of my washi tape, we will. Well, goodness gracious. It's one of those days. Alright, let's tear off some washi tape. And to get rid of the sticky off your washi tape. I just stick it on my clothes a couple times. My comments won't stay up here so I can read them. Yeah, Alice, you can't beat the price right now. And I use it all the time at my desk. I'm too lazy to get up to go use the bigger one. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Okay, let's try this again. We've got that thing so it can't move on us now. Alright, and we've got our banner. And we'll do another leaf. And one more leaf to go. Guess I should have had these done ahead of time. Could have saved some time. But I didn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda sort of thing. Oops, I got my sentiment underneath there. Oh. Close her up. Set her aside. Put her plates away. Okay, now we can start assembling. Hopefully I don't lose my dies here. Alright, so we're going to take our peaches and we're going to attach the stems to them. And I'm going to use the mini glue dots that come from the paper pumpkin kits. Seems like they're smaller than the regular mini glue dots. So we're just going to use those to attach our leaf to each peach here. Just going to put one at the very top of each one. And there we go. So we'll pop those backings off. And we'll just throw them on the floor. We got to sweep anyway. And we're going to have two going to the right of the peach. And then the other one, we're going to have it going to the left. And like so. Alright, let's set those back up here. And I'm not going to pop these up on dimensionals at all. I'm just going to glue them directly down to our card front. Okay, so this one goes on the left side. And one in the middle and one on the right. And I'll kind of angle that one a little bit. And the one on the right. So I'm going to see if I can't push this one up a little bit. Our sentiment's going to go on the bottom. And I've die cut the Calypso Coral with that. But I'm going to cut it in half because we're going to glue it to the back side of our sentiment there. So we're just going to cut it right down the middle. And I need my silicone mat again. Where did I put that at? I don't know how I can lose things. Alright, we're just going to go for it. some glue on the back side of our sentiment. And we're just going to leave a small border. Oops, I think it goes this way. On each side. And the same with this one. See if I got it the right direction. Yeah. Oops. And trying to pick it up without getting too much glue on my first surface here, which I think is too late. Well, goodness, come on, let's stick. Did I wipe off the glue or something? Alright. I've got more glue on my fingers than I do the thing itself. I think I might have done this backwards. Let's go this way. Goodness. Got all sorts of glue on me. Well, let's try it this way. Goodness gracious, I am having troubles today. Why? Just one of those days. Alright. There we go. Now I clean my fingers off a little bit. So we're going to add some more glue to the back of this to be able to attach it to the front of our card. And I'll have to clean my fingers off here in a little bit. I'll be sticking to everything. And let me get some hand sanitizer. That usually takes it off. Okay. Got a towel here to wipe off the excess. Okay. Now we're going to bring that ribbon back in here. We're going to tie a fake bow, a faux bow. And we're just going to slip it up underneath the ribbon and just tie it. Just make a knot. Like so. And snip off the excess. And this ribbon kind of frays too, so you might like that look. We could let it fray some. And trim that off. And let's do the other side. And I'm just pulling the fibers a little bit to make it fray. And trim off the excess. Okay, so there we have our faux bow. And of course I've got the little strings sticking to my glue on my fingers. Why not? Okay. So for the inside, I should have another white here, which I don't find. I might have used that for my peaches instead. Well, I can cut another one. Alright, so the inside, I need a basic white that measures 2 1/4 inches by 5 inches. So let me bring the cardstock over here and we'll cut that. And bring my paper trimmer. And I said 2 1/4 by 5. So I'm going to put my cutter and bring it down to 2 1/4. And 2 1/4 again to trim it off. So this is our inside of our card. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the inside, which says, "Have a peachy day." And we're going to do that with the mango melody again. Oh, Amber, I'm sorry. I guess I missed when you commented. Glad you're here. Full-size machine does all. Why buy mini that will only do tiny ties? Amber, that's true. The big machine will do everything. The purpose of the mini machine is it's easy to take with you if you go like to crops or something, or to a friend's house or whatever, and it's handy to have it right on your work surface when you're working too. So, but you don't really need both. It's kind of a want instead of a need. Okay, so we're going to stamp our sentiment, "Have a peachy day." And I'm going to kind of put it to the left upper portion of this. And that's crooked, so let's turn that over and try it again. It's a good thing there's two sides to every paper. We'll see which one's more straight than the other one. Okay, that's better. Been here the whole time. Okay. Yeah, my iPad, it keeps losing my comments all the time, so I got to keep touching the screen and swipe it to the left all the time to get my comments. I wish that would stay on, but I don't know how to make them stay. So I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you earlier. Glad you're here. I always look forward to seeing you. I didn't do it on purpose. Okay, so we're going to attach this to the inside of our card, and I want to make sure that it's up towards the top because I want my flap to cover it. And we're just going to position that. Okay, so that's our card, most of it. Now we're going to do some gems. We're going to be using, these are the 2021 to 2023 in color jewels, and we're going to be using the pale papaya ones here. So where's my take your pick tool? It's right here. And I'm going to be using 3 of those, and I'm going to go with the, I guess that's the medium size. And we're just going to place them strategically. It doesn't matter where, just here and there. Some put them in triangles, and I just eyeball it wherever I think it looks good. So no rhyme or reason. Okay, so there we have our gems. You close up the glue. And it looks like I'm just going to be doing just the 2 cards today because it kind of got lengthy. But I hope you enjoyed our cards. And be sure that you like and share the video. And so here's our 2 cards, thinking of you, and hope your day is as, I grabbed the wrong stamp set. That should have been sweet as a peach. How did I do that? Well, I didn't have enough coffee this morning, so, but it should have been the other sentiment, sweet as a peach. But that's okay. And I added some peaches on here, but I didn't like the colors that they came out to be. So I might want to play with that a little bit more. I didn't add them to this one. I may have to put another sheet over here and change it out to be the correct one, so. Oh well. Never any mistakes in crafting. It just makes it more challenging to fix. So here's our 2 cards, thinking of you with a sunflower, and know that you are loved. And then hope your day is as peachy. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye for today. And like I said, we'll have one of our other cards next week, and that's using the Ocean stamp set, the new one. So next week will be, today's the 9th, it'll be the 16th of March. and again at 10 o'clock Central Time. So I hope you'll be able to join me. And like I said, I want to do some embossing, heat embossing, and maybe I'll have some other techniques that I can show you along with that. So I'm glad that you're here. Y'all have a good week. Stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you, Alice. I'm glad you enjoyed the cards. So get out there and do some crafting today, I hope. So, goodbye. Glad you're here.